2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready up. Go 50 yards to the right. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7. Mike 58, right there. Go now. Go.
Looking to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. Here now Roberts. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Kill, 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 kill.
Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs. But out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that's complete to Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And now they'll throw with Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
All day, just like
protein spill.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 49's the mic.
Now Joe Mixon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Hey, shoot.
58, come on. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
57.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Let's go, D. Let's
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for the Bills.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch out.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I'm on.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. They go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his running back, Mixon. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 9 now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down, Bengals.
Hey, exit. Go.
49's the mic.
Deep river.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You draw Corker.
Here we go. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Hey, drop that.
They'll drop the throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ed Oliver in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, Haywood.
58. Mike. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw here.
I'm going back to you.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Singletary to get the drive started. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
SOS. You got tape. You got tight right there. Hey, check.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Down. 60 outlaw.
58 right there.
Go.
Check. 58, boy. 58. 58, Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak.
58, to Mike.
Ready?
Back to throw now on second and 10. Going deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll throw now on the final play. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal from the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
ball. Strip that ball.
Get it.
2nd and 4. Open man is Ross, complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Still searching for that first interception in this game and down on the scoreboard. Remember, they won last week, and a big reason why they had 3 picks.
And one characteristic I've always noticed about great defenses is that they want to be the ones that have a huge impact on the game and actually lead their teams to victory. So you just noted 3 interceptions last week and they won. A little extra pressure that they're feeling right now because they haven't gotten those interceptions in this game, and they're losing.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Check 3, check 3.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Ross on the return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he goes out right around the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
49's the money. 49's the money. Yep. Watch the twist. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Check that. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3 down. Hey. 14. He's going deep. Get him. Check. Crouch. He's coming.
On second down now, Singletary. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
50. Round 80. 50 seconds to Mike. Bring it. Check nickel.
Gun.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Let's go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
Five.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, orbit.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They run here with Singletary. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Wahoo!
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Yes, yes!
Guys, it's out time.
Fight!
He'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ballgame, and he's got a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for John Ross. Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. He'll drop to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. They'll look to throw here. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And a Bengal first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
61, matchbox light.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, and he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
General West.
Check 37.
Hey, Jack.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Higgins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Got it.
58, Mike.
Hey, Delta.
We got this.
I'll go.
58,
2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Back to throw again. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.